Yo, when it comes to the stock market, how long can you ride the wave, right? You see these opportunities, you see a bear market transitioning into a bull. You try to be a bull in a bear market. You see a bull market and transitioning into a bear. You see these things in the media, in social media, you see these little blurbs, you see things online, and you think, how long is this gonna last? Am I gonna miss my opportunity? I've spoke about it before. One of the stocks that I saw before it was happening, or before it opened, when it opened in the market, and I won Coinbase. When Coinbase went public, I was like, me and my two business partners, all three had capital invested in multiple places, but our liquidity was minimal. And so we saw this happen, right? It went public first thing in the morning, and all day long it just kept going up. And I was just like, man, I kind of felt like I was missing out on something. But then by, about 4.5 hours in, I saw how fast it was skyrocketing. And I was like, we're not missing something. This is an anomaly, right? Kind of. Because what was happening was there was so much hype around it, and there was so many people that were anticipating this, that people were buying in, and it was going up fast. Now, does that mean the company was more valuable than it was initially put out as? No, it didn't mean that it was more valuable. Actually, it was slightly overvalued. But the thing was because it was the first publicly traded crypto firm, it was like a big deal. So it was hot. People wanted to get in on it. And see, that's what happens with the stock market, and that's what happens with so many different things. I literally went to there was a missionary that gave a special service on a Saturday. He was in town, and it was a little home church here in Wyoming. It was really incredible. But he gave a message, and he referenced how people get bound up in the stock market. And it's true. People do. But the reality is why? People get bound up in it because they don't take it for what it really is. Instead, they try to, assert their own value on it. They allow their emotions and their ego to get the best of them. It happens every day. Happens every day. You see something and you're like, man, I got to get in before I miss my chance. Maybe your chance has already been missed with that one. But that doesn't mean it's going to be your only chance. It doesn't mean it's going to be your last chance. There's new companies every day. There's bigger and better companies every day. Older companies are growing bigger and better every day. There's constantly new opportunities. There's new IPOs going public. There's new advancements in different companies. There's constantly different things hitting the market that give you the potential for more growth, more money, more investments, and just new opportunities. You don't have to say, well, this is the one that I should have gotten, so I've got to keep chasing that. You don't got to keep chasing that. You move on and chase a new one. Sometimes the chase in itself is the biggest ego trip, because you'll get so wrapped up in the chase that you'll stop remembering what it is you're going after. What you're going after is profit. What you're going after is money. Ultimately, the biggest goal is to go to bed with more money than you woke up with. If you're chasing, well, I just want to own a piece of this company, man, that's your ego. That's perception. That's just you're allowing your head in the game where you're not using cold calculations, and you're not managing your risk. So that's what it comes down to. You've got to be conscious of your risk. You've got to manage your risk, and you've got to ultimately be aware of what it is you're buying into. You're not buying into Craig's company. Now, Craig's your homeboy. You got love for Craig, and you'll do anything for your boy. But you're not buying into Craig right now. You're buying into GM. You're buying into Coca-Cola. You're buying into a woozle wuzzle, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Whatever you're buying into, that's what you're buying into. You're buying into an arbitrary company that maybe you believe in the product, maybe you don't, maybe you believe in their platform, maybe you don't. Maybe none of that is relevant because maybe they don't have a platform. Maybe all they have is a product. And you see the potential in the opportunity of money by investing when this company went public. So that's what you got to remember. Is you got to remember those are the things you're going after. You're not buying a piece of Apple. I mean, you are buying a piece of Apple, but you're not buying it so that way you can brag, hey, I own a piece of Apple. You're not buying so that way you can say, hey, I got Coca-Cola in my platform. Coca-Cola doesn't matter if Coca-Cola is not making you money. That's what it comes down to. Coca-Cola is making you money, then it matters. Apple's making you money, it matters. GM's making you money, it matters. If a Woozle Wuzzle is making you money, then it matters. If you got money in oil, if you got money in medicine, if you got money, whatever it is irrelevant as long as it's making. Because see, the stock market's not emotional. When you let emotions get involved, man, you're gonna get burned every time. So how long can you ride that wave? As long as the wave is worth riding. But if you're chasing a wave and you haven't ridden it yet, maybe it's time to walk away and look for a new wave. Take that for what it is. I really hope that, gives you something to think about, marinate on it, and I want you to go back to your stock portfolio and I want you to really look at all the things you've invested into. Look at the things that are on your, hey, these are the ones I already have a stake in. These are the ones I wanted to have a stake in. I've been watching them, but are they still relevant to be on my radar, or is it time to walk away? Give that some thought. Marinate on it. Pray on it. Talk to somebody if you need to. You know what I'm saying? Leave your comments below. We can open up a line of discussion right here so that way you can share the ones that you see as potential, so that way other people can, hey, you know what? There's plenty of money for all of us to make. The more people you get interested in this stock, the higher that number is going to go anyway, but you don't want to hype it up too much that you flood the market. We'll talk about more about that next time. So it's your boy. I got love for you. I hope y'all go out and win today. Y'all get cocky. Let's get it done.